Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today to our presentation. It's my first time in Eigenkapitalform, and it's very exciting for me to be here and to present what happened to NAGA this year and also in the last year, but to talk more about the future. I'm very excited to see such a distinguished audience here. I didn't expect for Wednesday morning to be so many people. So now I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm going to do my best. I thought that there are going to be maybe 2 people and it's going to be easier. So before I would start with NAGA, it's important for everybody to understand that 2024 has been a very eventful year for NAGA. NAGA is in the German market present since 2018. So it's been already 6 years in the market. But in 2024, NAGA has merged with Capex.com. So it has been a very big merger. Capex.com was one of the competitors of NAGA, having the same revenues like them and different other countries where we're penetrating our platform. So it was an eventful year, and this is how I become also the new CEO of NAGA Group. So before we start, my name is Octavian, and now we're going to speak about NAGA. So we know that life is complicated, so we're trying to make, and this is our thesis as a team in NAGA, we're trying to make investing very simple. And nowadays we understand that it's a more and more interest in the capital markets. So NAGA is the go-to app for everything money, and our slogan needs to become in the future, naga.com, everything money, do more with your money. We understand that nowadays, besides the fact that there is a big interest, also users struggles between acting in multiple apps. There are users that want to understand education in the market, and they go to forums or social media to understand what's hot, what's new, what other guys are doing, what other traders are doing. There are people that want to trade stocks. There are people that want to trade ETFs. There are people that want to trade crypto. And they struggle by navigating through so many apps. So still now the apps are very fragmented, and this is what we come with our own solution here, which is NAGA Everything Money, and our new platform, it's going to be called NAGA One, where we try to put all the verticals into one single experience, one single user interface. So that means an user, not only that he can have trading, investing, crypto, and payments into one app, but they have access also to social trading, which is our social engine to create a very strong community. Moving on, we need to understand very well the market that we're addressing to. And we know that there is a segmentation on the financials, and we are seeing a market split it in equities, in crypto, in Forex, and we are talking about a total addressable market of 120 trillion. Now, what's very important, because statistically speaking, we see that over 21% globally invest in one form or another or have some kind of account. So we are talking about 1.7 billion accounts of trading. So it's a very, very big interest when it comes to do some form of investment, pension, and so on. And we also have around almost 5 billion social media users. So we, with our social network for investing and our social engine, we have access to a very big addressable market. Now, when we talk about the addressable market, we need to talk also about the competition. And the competition is very strong and very good, and we're all the time learning from them. And they're also a motivator for us to be better and to come with new products. As you can see here, these are well-established companies, and the difference between us and them is that we have all the verticals into one single app, and we have also the social trading. So that means we can capture more from the total addressable market when we offer a unique experience for every user. As you can see, we are the least funded from all the groups, and in terms of our valuation towards revenue, it's still small, so there is still a lot of room to grow. And also one of our main advantage is that we're still younger than the others, so that means that we are more dynamic, we are more flexible, and still have a chance to do a lot of big changes in a short period of time, which makes us very dynamic and can challenge the status quo in our market. So what happened since inception in terms of users for NAGA? So since it started in 2018 until 2023, NAGA amassed 1 million users since their inception. It's like that phrase, don't ask me how I made my first million, here you have it in NAGA. So in 2024, after we did the merge and after we started to do more and more marketing and branding, we amassed another 1 million users in our ecosystem. So in only 1 year, we did what NAGA managed to do in 5 years. So this puts us on a correct path in our target. So projected, we would like to have 5 million users until the end of 2026. How we're able to do this? This is our enhanced product offering. So when we're talking about the product, the first unique selling proposition is that we have all the verticals into one. Our main engine is represented about the social trading, and I don't want it to be confused with copy trading. Social trading, it's much more. That means that social trading is fostering a big community where people can share ideas, where people can copy each other, but most importantly, where people can learn from each other. So this is also another unique selling proposition that we have. We started to put in NAGA more and more assets. If on the 2023 we had 1,000 financial instruments, today we can see that we have around 4,000 financial instruments. And every quarter we are trying to add new and new features for our traders. And more important, in the future, as we said, we still want to challenge the status quo. So we want to have like new tools like custom financial instruments, thematic portfolios that can be directly by the traders. And also the ultimate thing that we would like to add in the next year is that we want to be a bridge between Web 2 type of investors, which are the normal investor that trade in stocks, trade in indices, trade in ETFs, and with the Web 3. The new generation of investor that trades crypto. They have a lot of features from the crypto, so they're coming with something new on the table. And I believe that NAGA can be the bridge between the old type of investors and the new type of investors. And more importantly, they can share ideas between them and get the best of the both worlds. Now, it's not enough to have a great product, you need to have also a great marketing, and this is what we're trying this year to do to unlock our marketing machine. And we have already started, because when we're talking about branding, we have sponsored this year Borussia Dortmund, and we have our brand ambassador Mike Tyson, and we just landed our new ad with Mike Tyson that actually we filmed in Las Vegas, close to his gym before the match. We're trying to have an efficient marketing performance where we're trying to use more and more AI and data-driven so we can make sure that we can get the KPIs and the scalability that we're looking for. Obviously, we're trying to leverage our social component and really build strong communities. And we also started to do some lateral moves. For example, this year we did like a strategic partnership where we launch our app inside the Telegram app. So we are the first trading app that has natively an app in Telegram. So that means the users from Telegram, and we're talking about an audience that we can market to of around 1 billion, they can access our app directly in Telegram without leaving it. They can fund their account even with Ton, which is their crypto native, and also they can access our app directly with their users from Telegram. So this is very, very convenient for all the audience that are sharing ideas there in Telegram and that they are present in Telegram. And this gives us an advantage because towards our competitors don't do this kind of moves. So we still have an outside of the box thinking when it comes to this kind of strategic partnerships. Now, another important aspect is where we are getting our users, our revenue from. So before 2024, most of our revenues came from Europe and mostly from Germany, which is not a bad thing, it's a good thing, but we wanted to have more equilibrium and we wanted to have more capacity to scale. That's why in 2024, based on the revenues of the first 6 months, you can see that our revenues shifted and we have 43% from Europe, 39% are coming from the GCC, and then we have Latin America, Southeast Asia, and Africa. And we are interested to do this because we saw that the user from these emerging markets trade volumes 3 times more than the normal European one. So this can give us the capacity to grow faster at less cost in terms of marketing. Now we want to talk a little bit about the KPIs, and I would like to show you here exactly how things will going to develop. So we know that we have 3 components that give us an advantage. So basically we have the social trading, which we know that from our user base, we have like 50% of our users inside our ecosystem use the social trading. We have the emerging markets where we know that the users trade more, so thus they can generate bigger revenues. And we have an enhanced UX and product offering. So if we look a little bit on the statistics, we know that from the market, we have a casual retail users that doesn't do too many trades, and it's more, let's say, like a holder. Then we have active retail users that usually use multiple apps, and they trade. They have 5 times more number of trades than a casual retail users. But what we notice compared to this is that the NAGA users trade 13 times more because of the offering that we have, because of our product, and because of the social agent, more than a casual retail users. So that means that it put us in a favorable position. And we saw also in 2024, because the effect of the emerging markets, that we had 22% more number of copy trades inside our ecosystem compared to 2023. So we see a good growth here. Now, if we're looking a little bit to compare non-social users and social users, we know that in our app, the users that are using the social trading have a 24% more trading volume than the rest. So that means that the social engine is working. If we're still going to the KPIs, it's important to understand that only on an organic level, this year we had registered users 139% in the first 6 months of 2024, opposed to 2023. Our number of active users grew 40%. Our volume trading, which is 121 billion in the first 6 months, grew 75%, and the volume traded for the user. And now looking on it, I can definitely explain you what happened in the first 6 months exactly on the revenue side. So we had almost 32 million euros in terms of revenue this 6 months in 2024, opposed to 16 million, almost 60 million that we had in H1 2023. So that brings us a delta or a growth of around 100%. Now, if we're looking at the EBITDA, our position increased very well with 270%, and we had almost 2.8 million euro EBITDA positive in the first 6 months. Why this was able was because of the emerging markets and the fact that we did the merger with Capex. And immediately when we did the merger in Capex, in the first 6 months, we managed to do a 2 million euro savings. Now, if we take into account that these savings were going to be projected for the next 12 months after we did it, we can reach a maximum per year of $10 million, which is almost 9 million euro, in terms of synergies from the technology, from the product, from the salaries of different departments that we consolidate. So that means we're going to put us in a more favorable position for the end of the year in the EBITDA, and definitely from next year. Moving on, these would be our financial goals that we announced in January 2024 once we did the merger. Now, this is not a guidance. We're going to come soon also with the guidance, but this is what we did before we merged, and this is what we come in the market. So we have like 3 KPIs that we're looking for. In terms of closing cash, we are referring here to the cash the company has so we can do investments, M&As, and so on. So if we had in 2023 4.5, in 2024 we already have 30 million euro, and we want our position to grow up to 2026 to 36 million. In terms of revenue forecast, we started with 2023 with 39 million and growing up to 2026 for 129 million euro. And we want also our EBITDA margin to grow up to 24%. So we have a strong position on the EBITDA also for the next year, reaching its peak in 2026 for 31 million. We want to give projections only for the first 3 years because this is the data that we have, but things obviously can change every year. Now, we talked a lot about the KPIs. We talked a lot about the financials. I think it's important now to talk also about the team behind it and the infrastructure. So when we're talking about the team, as I said, my name is Octavian. I'm the CEO, and I have been in this industry since 2008. And as you can see, I've been a C-suite position or shareholder in Markets.com, which was another successful trading app where I've been there from 2008 until 2015. And we sold it to Playtech, a London-listed company, for $550 million in 2015. This was before the trading apps were popular as they are today. And I was also the CEO and majority shareholder of Trade.com, which we sold in 2017, 2018. Now, I'm in front of you not only as a CEO of NAGA, but I'm in front of you of one of the major shareholders in NAGA, because I personally took a position, an investment position in NAGA of around $20 million this year. So now we're going to see if the bet will going to pay off. Now, what's important to mention, besides the fact that I'm a shareholder, is that we are still backed inside the NAGA group by important investment funds that are here present in Germany. So we're talking about a Payron group, which we have a strong connection and they're all the time helping us. We're talking about Elevate Capital. We're talking about Bit Capital, which are present here also in a lot of startups in Germany. And we're talking also about Fossum Group, which is an international conglomerate. When it comes to the team, we have the supervisory board, which has tremendous experience, and we start with our chairman, Mr. Barry Rudolph, which is directly from New York. And we have Mr. Eyal Wagner that used to work with me in Markets.com, and together we managed to do this exit. And we have Mr. Stefan, which has tremendous experience exactly on the local market, being present also in other companies from Germany. When we talk about the C-suite, besides the fact that it has immense experience, this C-suite is formed inside the company, so they are in the beginning in both of the companies, NAGA and Capex. And besides the fact that they have this experience and they are from the beginning of the companies, they're also strategically aligned in terms of the product that we're offering and our long-term vision, but also they're financially aligned because they are also shareholders of the NAGA group. So all of our interests are aligned, and this makes us a very good team. It's important to mention that all of this team is managing now more than 450 employees across different countries. So we talked about the team. I think it's important now to understand also the structure and what we are managing. So obviously our headquarters is in Europe, is in Germany, the NAGA group. We have our tech and marketing offices in Cyprus, Bosnia, and Romania. And this gives us an advantage because we can find high quality tech guys, and we have less competition than in very mature markets with a very good budget. And this is something that we like. And we have also a very strong infrastructure of licenses that you can see there. There are 8 licenses, and we're acquiring more. And this gives us the capacity to penetrate more than 100 countries. And as you can see, this is our focus today. It's Europe, GCC, LATAM, Africa, and some of the Southeast Asian countries. Now, what I would like to mention also about this strong infrastructure is that we are locally present in this region. So that means we have local know-how, and we have skilled people that understand very well the local market. And this also gives us a competitive edge in terms of decentralization. As a final note, we talked about the product, we talked about the marketing, we talked about KPIs, we talked about the financials. But I think today it's a very, very important moment in not only in our company life, but also in our life together, because a lot of interesting things are happening today worldwide. So we know that it's a crazy mobile internet adoption. We know that pandemic has risen a lot in terms of the interest of the retail markets, and everybody knows what happened in 2020, especially with the GameStop frenzy. The new generation of investors, which are much younger than us, they have a keen interest to do trading, to do investing in multiple type of portfolios, from stock trading to ETFs and to crypto. And this is very good for us because that means we are prepared to onboard all of these new traders, which have a totally different mentality than us. And capital markets and cryptos are at all-time highs. And this, what happens when everything is at all-time highs? Even taxi drivers start to invest. Everybody starts to invest. And we are ready to onboard all of these new retail users. So thank you very much for bearing with me. I think I managed also correctly in the timeline. And now we have the Q&A session.
I just have one quick question. I'm trying to understand. I don't know your company at all, and I saw your licenses, including payment licenses. Your headquarters is in Germany, but do you not operate in Germany?
We operate in Germany. Half of our revenues, almost half of our revenues, come from Germany.
But there are no operating licenses in Germany, so I'm just wondering.
We don't have a German license. We have a Cypriot license, and this was on the inception of the company. And through the MiFID passporting, we can attract clients from Germany.
Understood. Sorry.
Yeah, this is better, I think. Maybe on your 2025 projections, can you maybe elaborate a little bit on what the assumptions are underlying the big revenue increase? And I was looking at consensus number as well, and they are quite a bit below that. Maybe you have some comments on that too.
So basically, as you see, it's a less growth because this is post-margin, and we're expecting for 2025 to go over the 100 million born, which is also mentally, and it will help us as a company. And the growth, you can see it's only 30% because once you become a bigger company, it's going to be much harder to scale. So we put it in a conservative way, but that doesn't mean that some surprises can happen because we still have, if our closing cash still grows, I know that there's going to be opportunities in the market from other companies where we can still do M&As and rapidly can have a bigger increase. But this, we wanted to be more conservative and take it like this with a 30% growth.
But is it then the increase in number of users? Are the users...
Yes, it's an increase of number of users because, as I said earlier in one of the slides, NAGA from 2018 until 2023 managed to get 1 million users. Only in 2024, they got additionally another 1 million users. So this is why the revenues are coming in this way, because we're going to have multiple users, we're going to have multiple services, we're going to have multiple ways to monetize, and also we're going to be able to grow much faster in the emerging markets than in Europe. So this gives us an advantage.
Okay.
Thank you.
What is tradable for your clients? What can they trade? How much is CFD percentage and what is stocks? How many stocks?
So basically, as of now,
which exchanges and
yes. So basically, as of now, we have CFDs on everything what it has to do with stocks, commodities, indices, and so on. This is like our principal product. But now we're moving more on the stock trading. So we have also real stock trading, and you can trade all the markets, European, American markets, Japanese markets, and so on. We have also crypto offerings, so we can offer spot crypto as well. And we also have the payments where you can have a card, you can do payments, you can spend money with your card, and so on. So we have a big area of financial instruments, and most of them is stock trading, in crypto, and also in CFDs. So you can trade all.
Is there a kind of list where I can see what is...
Yes, everything is on our website, on naga.com, and you can see all of the financial instruments. We have now more than 4,000 financial instruments, but in the future, probably next year, we can reach 10,000 financial instruments in total.
Out of those 2 million customers, are those active customers or registered customers? And if you can just speak a little bit about the cohort behavior, if it's the typical 10% of clients account for most of the revenues, or a little bit about that. Thank you.
Okay, so basically, we have a lot of clients that are using leverage. So from the whole users that you see, 40,000 are active users. Now, how we measure these active users, we have like a formula, and we say everybody that did an intent on the platform, deposit, withdraw, traded, etc. on the last month. So this is why you can see only 40,000 active users. If we want to take another measurement, like everybody that did in the 6 months something or in the last 12 months, you're going to see more and more active users. But we need to take into account that these are traders. These are like day traders that trade every day. That's why you can see a smaller number. If we like to measure it differently, we're going to see in the types of hundreds of thousands. In terms of cohort, we have also a split. We don't have this in the presentation, but maybe we can add it with the next presentations that we're going to have online. Also cohorted on what the clients or what the users trade, what they like to trade, which is our top financial instruments, and so on.
Okay, it just sounds like a very high churn then, or why is the percentage of active traders so small compared to the total user base?
Because the way we cohorted them, and active traders, they really mean for us that they're active traders. That's why it's the no number. There are many companies that define an active trader only somebody that did an intent in 1 year. So then you're going to see a much bigger number. We wanted to focus only on the users that can produce for us revenues on a monthly basis or on a quarter basis. So we were more aggressive on this. But if we would like to be more American, we can change the feature and put it.
Okay, any more questions?
Could you talk about your Telegram partnership? I mean, it sounds like a big deal, and I guess maybe some of your investors were helping creating that. But what does it actually mean? Like, what can Telegram users do? How integrated is that product with Telegram? Like, if you could just say more about that, that would be very helpful.
Of course. So through a partner company of Telegram, I contacted them and I gave them, first of all, what we wanted to do as NAGA. So we thought, where we're going to get fast users without spending a lot of money. We need to be efficient and we need to grow fast. So then I thought, okay, we need to go to marketplaces. Obviously, we cannot sell our app on Amazon because we don't have nothing to sell. It's only investing. So we thought we need to go in a place where people communicate, where people actually talk about trading and investing. And there's a lot of groups in Telegram where you're going to see people sharing ideas about cryptos, about trading in general. Let's say it's sort of a Reddit for this. So then I approached a company that I know that it's affiliated with Telegram, and I told them, listen, we want to be the first trading app that wants to launch this app with you. And we don't want just to launch it like other apps. We want to be fully integrated with you. That means the user of Telegram can easily join our platform with the username from Telegram. And also they can do payments. Also, Telegram has their own coin. It's called TON. So they can do payments also with TON. Obviously, after they do all the KYC and so on. So this company helped us to launch, and we did a deeper integration with Telegram. Now, what we are doing as a company, we are testing to see what happens, because in the first weeks, we had like 200,000 users register, and we wanted to understand what these users do in our platform. Now we become a little bit smarter, and we understood what the user wants. So we started to change our MVP app inside of the Telegram and give it a new interface that this audience would understand. As a next step, we're going to start to do ads, and we're waiting now for our ads to get approved inside the Telegram ecosystem, but they move a little bit slower because there are only 45 employees. So in this regards, we're going to start to do a lot of commercials inside of Telegram so we can pitch their 1 billion audience and convert them to our trading app in a convenient way for them. Easy registration, easy deposit. So this is our plan with Telegram, and we're going to be a little bit smarter in Q1 next year.
There's a revenue share for Telegram?
Excuse me?
And there's a revenue share with Telegram, or how do they benefit from the partnership?
There's a revenue share with the marketing company that is working closely with Telegram. Now, there is a, in principle, discussion. We didn't make it official that if everything goes well, we can talk about something more interesting with them. But they need to see what's going on because it's something new for them also. Inside Telegram, there are only gaming apps and like social apps. There's nothing in regards to trading, something serious. So it's a new thing for them. They want to see how it goes, and then probably we can have a meeting.
So we have 1 minute left for a short, very last question.
Good morning. Just want to know when do you plan to have the vertical app? Because right now, as I see it, there's like one app for the payment and one app for the trading. So
we have now NAGA Markets, which first of all, in the beginning when I came in NAGA, we had like 3-4 apps. We had NAGA Markets, which is for trading. We have NAGA Pay, which is for payments. We had NAGA X, which is for crypto. So we're changing this, and we're doing in 2 phases. So phase number 1, we're going to have now only 2 apps, NAGA Markets, which is for trading, and NAGA Pay, which now has the functionality where you can have all the verticals into one app, meaning stock trading, meaning crypto, and also payments. Now we are working in the back with our product teams, with our developers to improve the NAGA Markets app and to improve the NAGA Pay. So NAGA Pay will going to become NAGA One. As a final phase, NAGA One will going to replace even NAGA Markets, and we're going to have only one app for everything.
And do you have any date for this?
Yes. So basically next year, we would like to implement phase 2. So you're going to see an upgrade on both of the apps. And probably until the end of next year or maximum 2026 Q1, we're going to have NAGA One replacing everything. And we're going to do it region by region or country by country.